What's up, everybody? A big truck just pulled up here at our office because today is backpack day. We're about a week and a half delayed what we initially thought, but they're here. Backpacks are here. We're gonna get this truck unloaded, and then we're going to start shipping them. They'll be headed out to you today. If you pre-ordered one on Kickstarter, today's the day. We're gonna get to work. He got that thing right up to the door. Make our life a little easier. All right, while the guys are unloading the truck and getting all those ready, we're gonna head over to the couches and see what kind of questions you threw at us. So let's get into a little Q&A, but first, let me show you our new Facebook Marketplace score from this week. That's right, we picked up a 90s skee ball machine, an ice ball. We've been on the lookout for something like this since we got in the building. Dude, this thing is so rad. It is. Plays 90s music the whole time. This thing's ridiculous. So we just picked this up this week. Big arcade design is what Joe keeps calling us. The old couches that we got a couple weeks ago are really breaking in. I'm not gonna lie, they're a little firm, but we've been sitting on them a little bit more and kind of starting to break them in. So if you submitted a question, thank you. I'm excited to get into these a little bit. I just read through a couple of them, so a lot of these are going to be off the cuff. Some of you guys think you're really funny, and mainly Taylor and Ricky. Let's just start with Taylor and Ricky's questions. How big are the ideas really? Like big or big? Ricky, you already know, they're huge. We should actually be huge idea design. Taylor, my ideas are bigger, sure. Now my question is, do ideas come big or do you guys make big in the shop? Ricky, we actually like to find wild ideas out in the wilderness, or by the wilderness I mean the tiny strip of grass in front of our office between the road. And then we come inside and we incubate them and we make them grow into the big ideas that we know they can be. Do you guys accommodate for guys with small ideas? Taylor, yes. We accommodate people with small ideas. Sure, come on. What happens to the small ideas? Is there a smaller idea design? This is from Ricky. That's a division we haven't started yet, but mainly, maybe Ricky, you're the perfect guy for the job. All right, here's some real questions. All right, this is from Bristolonian Stout. I think I'm saying that right. What other EDC carry items do you think you may branch into the future? That's a great question. We always say that if you carry it every day, it's within our scope. So that could be, yeah, like we're getting into backpacks, of course. You guys just saw backpacks are being delivered. And we got into watches, a year and a half ago. Kind of anything that we deem that would be something that we want to do or something that we like. No, nothing's off the table. So if you have any suggestions of something you might think is cool, please let us know in the comments below. Let's see, like your pins, have you ever considered using exotic materials for some EDC tools? Sure, absolutely. Like some Damascus or brass Damascus is one of, we love doing stuff in that. We've done some pins, then we do our beads with those. And so, yeah, like a TBT slide and like a titanium Damascus, that would be super cool. So, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we'll do something in the near future. Thanks for the suggestion. This comes from CCEDC. Shout out to Coop. What's your favorite tool in the Big Eye lineup? If I could only have one, and I've said this many times, the TBT slide. This is my personal that I've had for, 5 years. There's so much stuff down in here from just living in my pockets. Leather lanyard on there that's like 5 years old. It's just getting ratty. That used to be brown, like a light brown. Now it's almost black. That would be my one and only, if I could only have one of our tools. So this is always with me. I'm wearing shorts today, and this is a pocket knife doesn't really work well with these pants. So this is my only blade today. Let's see. Matt Cruz, when can we see some more OD green gear? Dude, you know I love OD green, and so the answer is soon, probably, because it's the best color of anything. So, fun fact, with our Cerakote line, we actually don't use OD green. We technically use sniper green, which is just one shade brighter or one shade lighter than the OD green. We did a sample in the OD green. My personal one is OD green, technically. That one is just a hair dark, so we wanted a little bit more pop in that color. So we went with sniper green. So in case you're ever wondering what color code of Cerakote we use, that's what we use. When are we getting a Big Eye Design TI pry bar from Infresh 6? I like that name, Infresh. I already shot you a DM, but we have two. We have two models. We have the mini pry bar, which is more of a keychain style pry bar, and then we actually have the full-size TI pry bar that has a lanyard hole, pocket clip, and even those little fidget sliders on the front, which is super cool. GT Marinelli, will you ever make any budget tools? So budget tools, it's a weird way you got to think about a budget tool. So one man's budget is not another man's budget. And so if you're thinking about like a lifetime tool, say something like in like the mechanics world, like a Snap-on or something like that, like those are going to cost a premium, but they last a lifetime. They're backed by a lifetime warranty. And so the overall lifetime value to me is a little different. So budget, could be something that's like $15, and those options are out there, which is great. But we like to live in that kind of like heirloom quality lifetime world. Hey, Danny's here.
How do I ask a question?
Danny's got to ask a question. Yes, Danny.
What's in your pockets?
I just did it, actually. I just told him.
serious?
I literally just showed him.
Hey, you
So
emptied your
I have my
pockets already?
TPT slide, and I have my green TI Click EDC. I do have my titanium stone washed
Good choice.
field watch. So that's it. That's all I got today. I do have a mini bolt action in my wallet, like it always is.
Okay.
So that's
Wanna
all I
see
got.
what's in mine?
Yeah, what do you got?
TI pocket knife.
TI pocket knife, classic.
Grove Supply Company.
Grove Supply.
Arto.
It's a cool little. I like their logo. Hopefully you can see that. Grove Supply Co. They make some
Done.
cool stuff. Wait, hold on. Wait. Sorry. What was the pin?
Oh,
The
TI
TIR
Arto
2EDC,
EDC,
the world's most refill-friendly pin. Hey, fun fact, actually, we realized about these. I've been meaning to post at least a short about this, and I keep forgetting to do it. We realized that these can work with the Schmidt, this is going to get nerdy, DSM 2006 mechanical pencil insert. The same one that works in the bolt action pencil actually can work in this.
no way.
I'll put a short up of it at some point showing how it works. So a guy asked on a video in a comment, and so I was like, as I was typing no, I thought I should probably try that, and it worked. So
what you're saying is it's so
It can also be a-
refill friendly that it takes pencils.
it can be a pencil also. The Schmidt DSM
what you gotta
2006, so which is what comes in the bolt action pencil. They also make a 2007, but that's a metal bodied one, and it's a little different. It doesn't quite fit as well. I haven't tried that one with this yet, but I know we didn't like how it fit in the pencil. We liked the 2006 better. So, fun fact.
In case
That's
you
it.
couldn't tell, Brantley is a stats guy. So
I
you
like
can,
model
you can
numbers.
ask him the stats of any make and model of, take for example, Subaru, and he'll
I do
tell
love
you,
Subarus.
He'll tell you.
And whoever commented that I should fix the crack in my windshield, I have not done that. 'Cause one of the videos, you could see the crack in my windshield.
Someone called you out.
They were like, dude, you need to fix that windshield. I'm like, it's okay. I can see.
If there's another Q&A, ask him about just like random crap about cars.
I do love cars.
That'll be a fun one. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to it.
Danny and Joe are going to get back to unloading backpacks. Where were we? This is from Doug Fox 15. Any plans for making/selling swappable scales for the Lookout? The long and short of that is yes. The U.S. versions, as we're kind of in this first production, we're learning a lot of things as far as mass production of the scales go, and so sometimes with those different materials, they're going to fit a little differently than others, and so it's getting those to a consistent size that has been a little bit of the challenge, but something we're figuring out. So the long and short is yes, we will have swappable scales at some point. So I don't know what that time frame looks like. It might be later in the year, but we're working on this first batch, of course, for the Kickstarters, which, just a quick update while we're on the topic, those just got finished at grinding and are being shipped back to us, I think, today. And so those will be back in house to be finished and put the final edge on, and then assembled, packaged, and we're sending them out to you. So we're probably mid-June right now. So just probably a week after Blade Show, we're hoping to be able to start shipping them in that ballpark. So like I said, in these, don't hold me to a hard date. Anything I say in this video, I'm shooting from the hip most of the time, but it should be roughly that time frame. Me and Mac talked about it literally this morning. So let's see, what do we got next? This is from my boy Marty Kaufman. As always, if you aren't following Marty, he's the greatest vlogger in the game. Go find him. You know, with Marty Kaufman, always doing cool reviews. Do you have any plans of making a copper or brass knife? Because I love me that patina. Marty, I also love me that patina. And so I have been talking to Mac about doing brass scaled lookouts at least. So I would say there is a strong possibility that we will be doing something. So nothing to release yet. No future, hard lines or anything, but it's definitely something we want to do. All right, this next one is from Schlabotka. Which angle or how to sharpen the lookout blade? That would be awesome to know for resharpening. The lookout is a 35-degree sharpen angle, and I know the pocket knife is a 25-degree, in case you're wondering about that. The TI pocket knife, 25-degree, lookout, 35-degree. So you can use a sharpening tool. WorkSharp makes a bunch of really cool ones you can pick up. Literally, I think Walmart has them, Academy, REI, wherever you go, they've got them in stock. So I know I saw a bunch at Walmart just the other day. Yeah, so you can use some of their tools that actually kind of help you define the angle there. And I know, actually, cool plug, if you do want to find the sharpen angle of your knife, Knafs actually makes a ruler that has the blade angle kind of guide on it. So go check one of those out. If I remember, I'll put it in the description too. That's a really cool thing to have. We have one around here somewhere. So Ben's always making cool accessories like that. So next two questions, both, I don't know if this is the same person, different accounts, but Travis Fitch, we talk a lot. Hey, Travis. And Travis the Tailor, not sure if that's you also. Winter backpack shipping, and are the backpacks delayed? They are shipping today. So they are being unloaded right now by the crew. As soon as we get a quick quality control check, just to double check everything to make sure everything's okay, we will begin slapping labels on those things and getting them out the door as fast as we can. So they are on the way. We had... just to let you guys know, there was an issue getting them from the port in California onto the train. They actually came by rail across the country to Atlanta, and they are here today. So they're coming right now. Sorry about the delay. Luckily, it's still within our estimated time window. It's just a week after really what we wanted to do. Our big thing is we like to under-promise and over-deliver on that kind of stuff, and so we always say our estimated time frame is going to be a little longer than it really is, just to account for stuff like this. So we're actually still going to hit our estimated time frame, but internally, just a couple weeks later than we wanted to. So thanks, Travis. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. We got Nathan K. Photos. I believe you're a local guy. We met you on the, or I didn't meet you. You saw me and Danny shooting a video one day. Will you sign my trading card at Blade Show 2024 Atlanta? I don't know why you would want me to do that, but sure. I will ruin your card for you. Yes, come see us. I'll put the booth number down in the description. I can't remember what it was off the top of my head. But yeah, come see us, Nathan. I'd love to meet you, man. Let's see. We got Odelmo_P. It's National EMS Week. Can you guys make a series of pins, slim bolt action, for EMS, fire department, police department? We have a lot of first responders, actually, that carry our stuff. That's one thing I really like to see. I know a bunch of actual local Chattanooga policemen, I've heard, have some of our stuff, which is super cool. So I don't know, what do you want to see? Is there like a special edition or a colorway or something that we don't know about that, what would be cool for you guys? So let me know in the comments. Let's see. Moss Talby, this is a good question. You seem to have appeared from nowhere, talking about me. When did you join Chad and Joe? So I've been with Chad and Joe for just over 5 years at the beginning of this month. And so I was the first person that they brought in outside just the two of them. So Chad and Joe were running the company from 2009 at the very, very beginning. Really kind of got off into what it is today in 2011. And then, so I was hired in 2019 as the first employee. And so now we've grown to a team of 15 people from 2019 to now, which is just right at 5 years. And it was just the three of us for a good year and a half. And so, so I've been with the company a while now, and really kind of took the charge as far as being marketing side of it. So I like talking to people, and I like talking to you guys. So here we are. So thanks for the question, man. I appreciate that. Let's see. M. Morrow Rods, you asked, do you guys have any plans for a wallet? Great question. That's something we have actually tossed around quite a bit. And very, very early on, Chad and Joe did do it was a felt wallet with a little bit of leather on it, but I don't think it ever came to market. And so that was kind of an early version, but we actually have talked about doing a titanium version. It's just really for us, is like with any new area that we want to get into, it's all about like what kind of innovation can we bring to it. Like we don't want to just rinse and repeat the same old thing that everybody else does. We really want to be able to bring something unique to market. So we're not just going to pump you out something that anybody's doing. We want to do something different and bring our own spin to it. So until we find that, we won't. But when we do, you'll get to see it. So we do have some ideas. It's just making those ideas work well and for the long haul. So good question. EDC Indy Moore, will we see an Ultim bolt action pin soon? That I'm not sure. Is that something you guys want to see? That's not something we have in the plans at the moment, but you never know. So yeah, let me know in the comments. We always like to make stuff that you guys want to see us make too. So it's not just for us, it's for you guys also. But yeah, so if that's something you guys want to see, Ultim bolt action pins, let me know in the comments. Here we go. Harrio1618. What's the biggest inspiration for your designs? That's a great question. Biggest inspiration, I wouldn't say there's one. I would think it's more us doing just research or messing around with something that we already have, or just a wild hair that kind of pops to us in the middle of the night, or while we're at a store or at the park with our kids. It's just kind of like, oh, I wonder if you could take this, but you could make it do this, or you could take this and you could make it adapt to this. And so, yeah, for us, it can come from a million different ways. And so we are a very collaborative company. And so even you guys have probably seen in videos, our desks are even all together in one little spot in the office. And so, which does give us more free space to kind of have fun and do some fun stuff. But the actual office side is very tight. And that way we can sit down and we can talk at ideas. We can just kind of like randomly turn around and be like, hey, had this thought. What do you guys think about this? And kind of flush things out in real time. And so things can move very quickly when we do have a good idea or we think we're onto something. But then sometimes that doesn't come for a month or so, which is fine as well. And so it's just kind of capitalizing on those ideas when they do come. Does that make sense? So cool. I love that question. HJT Food 9. When will you release a new design of a pin? We do have one new pin design in the works right now. We have a lot of pins. We carry, we have, I think 5 different mechanisms. I could be wrong. 5 different mechanisms in 2 different sizes, and then we have some cap pins and we have fountain pins. And so we have a pretty full collection really right now. There's not too many gaps in that collection, we'll say. But we did find one gap in that selection. I'm not going to give it away quite yet. We're in the very early phases. But it's something I'm really excited about. It's going to be in kind of a whole new category for us, but while still being in pins. So I'm not going to give you any more. You'll have to wait on that. That'll come. But something is coming. All right. Then JS17XD, we just got a few left. Update on the Lookout blade. So if you've been watching these vlogs, you know I give a lot of updates on those. And so those, like I said just a minute ago, they are on their way back from grinding. So as soon as they get here, they will be tumbled. They will be lasered, so we put logos and all that stuff on them. And then we'll add the edge. We'll do final assembly, quality control, packaging, shipped out the door to you guys. So very soon, like we're weeks out at this point. Jared Goob 37 said, are there any plans for a Lookout in micarta and MagnaCut? So MagnaCut steel with micarta blade. We did do that batch of 40 of the OD green micarta with the wooden box and all that. That were super cool. Those sold out really, really quickly. So the support we saw off of that short release was really, really great. And we really appreciate you guys for picking those up. But no, micarta, I love micarta. I love kind of like the natural woven texture that you get with micarta. There's more of a timeless natural look to it, even more so to me than like G10. G10 is very like modern carbon fiber. Micarta I would put more in like the leather, natural wood type look. I love that kind of aesthetic that micarta gives. So yes, there will be micarta again at some point. I would love to do some natural micarta. Big fan of natural micarta. Let's see. Last question from Mountain Town Yoda. I think you could be a church pastor. You have the vibes. It's a great question because Danny calls me a youth pastor all the time. Because the funny thing is, I actually did work in a church for a very long time. And so I have worked in churches for like 10 years before I started working with Chad and Joe. We actually met at church. But yeah, that's funny. I've spent a lot of time with them, so maybe they rubbed off on me. So funny. Thanks for the question. Well, guys, that's all the questions you guys sent in. That was super fun. Let me know in the comments, do you have any other questions? Would you, do you have any answers to the things we talked about today? Yeah, what kind of cool stuff do you guys want to know about us? We're an open book. That's one thing I love about doing this. I like to be as transparent and as informative as possible. One more thing before we wrap this one up, the EDC trading cards are finished, so we are in the packaging phase on those. We already had, I think it was the first 180 or 200. I can't remember what that total was. It was 180 or 200, whatever it was. Those have already shipped, and we did ship them in order from what time you ordered. So the first 180 or so orders that came in, those have already been shipped, and then we will ship the rest as soon as they are finished. So they're literally in packaging right now. I picked them up from the printer this morning. So as soon as they're done, they're headed out the door. They should be shipped in just the next couple days. So appreciate the love on that. We've already got some really cool people on board for the second edition that you guys are going to be super pumped about. So yeah, that's all you got from me today. This was great. If you guys want to do another one of these, let me know. I think these are awesome. I just like talking to you guys. So yeah, that's it. If you're coming to Blade Show, come say hey. We'll be in Atlanta. I've got some t-shirts to give away. So come see us at the booth. See you guys. Hope you're having a great week. We'll talk to you next time. See ya.